Three, two, one.
Enriched retargeting. What is it and how does it work? Enriched retargeting is just another term for overlaying a first-party data set with second and third-party data sets. So the idea is that you have a first-party data foundation, and that provides the baseline level of targeting or media decisioning. And then you have second and third-party data overlays, which essentially provide an ability to better define and better differentiate between different audiences based on a number of different factors and variables, principally their motivation or their propensity to take an action or to purchase, whatever it may be. So a really good example is within travel. So I may have a travel website and I may be promoting a number of different destinations, and I could have a first-party data set of 200,000 unique users that have been to Barcelona on my travel website. So they've shown an interest in visiting Barcelona. As a first-party data set, that is at least an indication of an intent to travel, and I can use that to a certain extent to inform future creative messaging that I send to those 200,000 individuals. I'm obviously going to lead with a message that speaks about travel to Barcelona. But I can only get so far with that first-party data set, and the idea behind enriched retargeting is that I'm better able to communicate to those individuals based on other preferences, based on other interests, and based on other attributes that they haven't exhibited across my first-party properties that I haven't been able to collect. So, for instance, I may be interested in traveling to Barcelona because I'm really interested in culture and history. I may be interested in traveling to Barcelona because I'm really interested in art, because I'm really interested in restaurants and food, because I'm really interested in the great nightlife in Barcelona. There are different motivations that could lead to me wanting to travel to Barcelona, and I may not be able to capture those motivations using first-party data sets. So the idea is that I can take my 200,000 unique individuals that I know to a certain extent are interested in traveling to Barcelona, and I can begin to compartmentalize those different groups based on other motivations that are captured through second and third-party data sets. So now, instead of having just one macro segment of 200,000 individuals that are interested in traveling to Barcelona, I have maybe 5 or 6 micro segments that overlay first-party data with second and third-party data. So I have interest in traveling to Barcelona, specifically interested in culture and art. I have interest in traveling to Barcelona, specifically interested in nightlife and food, etc., etc. Because I'm able to build in those micro segmentations, I can better tailor the creative messaging, which should overall lead to a high level of engagement. So that's an example of enriched retargeting, using a first-party data set as a base, and then building on top of that using second and third-party data sets. Another really good example would be looking at propensity to purchase. So one of the ways in which enriched retargeting is often used is to identify those people that are in market and have the capacity to purchase. So not only have they demonstrated an intent or an interest in purchasing a product, that's the first-party data set, but they also have a high credit score, or they are deemed to be credit worthy. That would be a second or third-party data set. So we haven't been able to capture the fact that this individual or this group of individuals is credit worthy. We've used an external data source in order to be able to overlay that information. Similarly, you could use income and household earnings in order to establish whether or not somebody was not only in market but also had the capacity to be able to purchase the products that you're selling. So that is 2 examples there of enriched retargeting. The idea again is that you have a first-party data set as a base, and then you overlay and overlap second and third-party data sets in order to build in additional enriched understandings of individuals, their preferences, and their consumption habits.